What's up, friends? Hi, how's it going? I'm so stoked for day 2 of our art camp. Woo woo! We're gonna paint Baby Groot. Actually, no, we're just drawing Baby Groot today. Oh man, right on it. Those scammers. So guys, when there's a scammer, don't click their button. I'm gonna block that. Yay! Jaden and Quinn are here again. That's so awesome. I'm so excited. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Carmen. Yay, friends. Hi, David. What is going on, guys? I hope you're excited to do a little drawing today. So it's my business is Julie's Paint Party, and I love painting so much. Hi, Skylar and Devin. I'm so excited that you're here again. That's awesome. Um, but for me, it all started by drawing. I just used a pencil for a long time. So I hope that maybe we can learn something, draw something a little different today. I absolutely love drawing adorable creatures and characters. And everybody was asking for superheroes. So I'm just like, I'm so glad that my husband said do Baby Groot, because I was like, that's perfect. Baby Groot is awesome. He's adorable and hilarious and just the best. So who else is here today? Whoa, oh my goodness, I'm backed up. Yes, Isla, how's it going? And hi, Madison. Olivia and Cameron are here. David and Audrey Ann are back. Yay. Addie and Olive, I'm so excited too. Hi, David. Hi, Kay and Cass. And Abigail says hi. Ooh, I'm really excited everybody's coming back. That's awesome. Hey, Ryder. Hi, Sandrine. Tris. I'm so excited you guys are here. Jackson and Jess. Okay, yes, I know. I'm so excited too. So we're just going to hang out for a few minutes while everybody pops in. Thanks for saying hi, guys. I'm so stoked. Gianna, Grant, Gwenny, and Gabby. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of kids. That's a lot of G's. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is going to be very fun. Hi, Emma. Hi, Christine, and Violet, and Tucker, and Coralie. And hi, Jacqueline and Andy, and Evie and Leah, and Brock, oohoo, and Rachel and Ben, and Diana, and Riley. And I am also a lover of Baby Groot. Good, Erica. I'm stoked that you're really excited. I love that you love to draw, because so do I. I love drawing so much. Oh my god, so many friends. This is crazy. I'm so, yay. Yay, guys. So we're just going to take this one line at a time. And before we get started, guys, I just wanted my daily reminder, okay? We're all different, and we're all at different levels of practicing and everything, right? And hands down, the more you practice, the better you get. It's impossible to not get better the more you practice. So if drawing and painting is something that you really like doing, whether or not you think you're good at it, it doesn't matter what you think. As long as you're enjoying the process, that's the only thing that matters. And the fact that you're showing up today and that you stick around to the end, and don't get overly frustrated, because we all, sometimes when we're drawing, we make little mistakes. It's okay. It's not a big deal. That's why we have erasers. Where's my eraser? Oh, there it is. Eraser. Do you see it there in the little corner there? Yeah. So let's just be easy on ourselves today. Maybe we can learn something new, and maybe we can walk away with a cute, adorable, creepy, wonky, awesome little creature, okay? And you know me, I love it when my friends go off the charts and do their own things. So if there's anything else you feel like this baby Groot needs today to add to his awesomeness, I say just go for it. Maybe you want to try drawing Rocket behind him. Maybe you want to put him in space. There's so many things to do. So I'm going to just get a couple more shout outs and we'll get the party started here, guys. Oh, Cullen and Victoria and Peyton and hi, Steph, and Judah's watching, and Mila. or sorry, Mila and Christian, hey, what's up? And Brandiv and Savian. And yes, David, I am also, we're a family of Marvel geeks here too. I've watched them all. I love them all. Oh, good. I'm so glad you had fun doing the Mercat. Zach and Ayla and Evan and Dylan. Oh, good. Awesome. And Scammer, you can get blocked. Serena. Yay. Okay. Rainy. Awesome. Zoe. Sophia. Georges. Okay, guys. Wow. There's so many people here. That's awesome. Okay. Whew. I can't even keep up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's 10:31. Let's get this party started. I am going to disappear and okay, awesome. I'm just reading. There's so many people here. Awesome. Okay. And here is the the contest for today is to see who can count how many times I said awesome. Because I think I've already said it like 100 times already. All right, friends. So we are just doing our baby Groot in pencil today. And it's a really good opportunity just to practice some pencil skills. And just know that you can take this Groot to the next level if you want. You could go ahead and color him in with colored pencils. You could trace him in pen. And even though I have him here like this, I am going to show you how to do a little bit of shading in him as well. So let's get this started. Now, I love starting. I always start at the top corner and I kind of work my way down. You can do this two ways. You can go down and around and up, just like a U, or you can go one way and then connect the other way. But that's what his face is. His face is basically, it's like half U, half V. So we come down straight. We give his face a little curve, and then when we get to the chin, there's a little bit more of a arc in it than a V shape. So I guess it's more U-y than V. So let's do this. So we're going to start at the top, and you don't have to do it all in one swoop. You can take your pencil and make little drags down to get the flow started, right? So you just got to start with one line down and you're already good to go. Oh my goodness. All right, so once we get to the bottom of our line, we're going to gently curve in. So you can see I just pull my pencil little bits at a time. I'm curving in and I'm going to head on down to the center of his face here. All right, now the bottom of his chin does have a nice little curve in it. And we're going to come back up. And it's pretty even on both sides. So, you want to try and keep it, it's okay if it's a little offset, but we want to keep it even between these two areas here, mostly. And then we're going to curve back up and around. Now, this side of his face over here has a little bit more of a curve in it than the other side. This side's a little straighter, this side's a little curvier. So I'm going to curve him up a little bit more all the way to the top. Now from this point, you can take a look and be like, oh, I feel like maybe he needs a little bit more angle over here. It's okay to thicken up the lines a little bit. That's no worries at all. Fire Phoenix doesn't even know what Baby Groot is. If somebody can educate him. Baby Groot is from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I think it was the first movie, he did the most heroic thing and sacrificed himself to save all of his friends. And then he just ended up being a little stick. And they put him in a pot, and then he ends up growing and turns into a really cute little plant, and he loves to dance to music, and that's what he's doing in this picture. Okay, so everybody got the U? Who's got the U? Someone's got that U. Hey, who's got the U? Someone's got that U. Okay, so I'm just gonna give a once over here. So many scamming links, they can just go away. Okay, so next we are gonna create his little tree line top. Now you can see here there's all sorts of dips, little peaks and little valleys. Some pieces have longer pieces, like it's been ripped off the top. So some are a little bit more jagged, some are a little bit straighter. And honestly, guys, you can do this however you want. So I just start with little bits at a time. I shuffle to the left, or sorry, shuffle to the right, bring my pencil down, shuffle up, shuffle over, bring it down. And then I put another guy there, and this, then I'm going to make a nice little peak here. And bring that over. And honestly, like, these can be in any direction as long as like he's got a little bit of character on the top. I like to keep it really sporadic. I like to make sure things are a little up and down and big and small. Like, not, I like to do it at random and not really meticulously even. So that's something that you can decide on as well. So if you wanted to make a super even top where all the little pieces on the top were all the same, you could do that if you wanted to. That would be fine. Now, at this moment, I don't really worry about all the little lines that are in his head, but these are supposed to be pieces of wood, right? So a lot of these pieces will have little cracks in them, which we just put little lines coming down where the wood has cracked and is growing kind of like bark. And to give him his 3D effect, we can add in little bits behind. So we just fill in a couple little peaks and valleys in behind his head here that we can gently color in to make it look like he's got more going on behind his head. And like I told you guys yesterday, like I drew this a few days ago, you know, I'm not expecting this version of my baby Groot to look exactly like this version. So let's be easy on ourselves. Okay. Now I could wonder if I can get a little bit closer here. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay. There we go. A little closer. Get a better view here. All right. So we got his cute face on. And we are going to put his little body on now. So the first thing I do is just make a wiggly line on both sides of his chin. On this side, I'm going to serpentine it down so I bring it around and down, very squiggly and wiggly. I don't think about anything but just mapping out where it's going to live at first. And I'm going to do an exact parallel line over on the other side. And what parallel means is that it's mirroring this line and it's the exact same length down the whole way. So we try and follow the line next to us without getting any closer or further away from it. It's the same distance in between the entire time. Parallel. Well, parallel means it's just going in the same direction. Okay? And then he's going to live in his little pot down here. Ta-da! I think everybody's looks good too. Yours looks funny. Oh, that's okay. It's supposed to look funny. He's a funny guy. You guys are doing good though? Okay. All right, perfect. Oh, great. Hi, Luciana. Sweet that you're in Niagara Falls. That's awesome. Okay, So once we have his shape on there, we can build his little wooden body from this point, okay? So what I like to do is, even though we have the line here, I either put little curves on the side, or I just pull it out a bit, which ends up thickening up the line a little bit. And I'll show you what I mean. So the first thing I'm going to do is I add a little curve here, and then this curve is going to bring its way down and connect to the other side of his body. So he's made of roots, right? Root, Groot, root, Groot. And it means that his body is sectioned off in little sections where the roots start twisting and coming up together. And this is just emulating that. So when I make a line down, I don't just leave a line straight. I take my pencil and I shade it in a little bit in each corner so that it has some curves in it. So all in these little spots here, just even a little scribble or a little shade in really gives it a lot more dimension. Okay, so the next time we do that, we're going to separate this bottom part. See how I have this little right here? I just pulled out a little bit and then reattached it to my line there, just to give it a little oomph. And then we're going to come all the way down, probably 1.5 inches, and make another line that connects down here. So in this part of his body, he's going to have some little indents. And wherever I connect those indents, I just give it another little extra scribble here and there. And then we have another long root here. So this is going to be a kind of a thinner root. And just on this side of the body, he's got 2 little roots coming out here. He's got another guy coming off the side here. And then these are all going to connect down into his pot. All right. Now, before I put his arms on, I do want to put the pot on. So when we're doing anything where he's inside, the pot is going to be just outside of his body. So wherever his body ends here, actually the first thing we can do is just put a line right underneath of him. So wherever his body ends, we can just put a straight line. And this line is where the center of the pot is. So there's going to be a little bit of a curve on each side, and this is going to get colored in on each side. Okay. Now, to build this pot around him, we're going to go up one more time. So about the same length between these 2 lines here, I'm going to go up again, and I'm going to bring one line down this way and another line down this way. And then each of these lines is going to connect his little pot. Now, feel free to make whatever kind of pot you want. Maybe you want your flower pot to be a little bit more ornate. Maybe you want to put some designs in it. Now at the bottom of each of these lines, I'm going to connect it with a curved line on the bottom. And you know, it's okay if you have to go over it a couple times, no worries. Now, just to insinuate that there is a top of the pot, I just take a line and shuffle it halfway underneath here. You could actually connect a little bit over here too. That's the cool thing about drawing. You don't actually have to draw the whole line. Hi, Olivia. I'm glad you're having fun. That's great. Yay. All right. So we got a little shuffle over here, a little shuffle over here. We put his pot all the way around him. And then we made the top of the pot right there. Now we're going to go back up, and we're going to give this guy some arms. So he's doing like the Egyptian dance, like the walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. Okay. And yeah, each arm zigzags out. So this guy's going to go up, down, over, and again, up, down, over. And at the end of the over, we're give him a couple little jagged fingers there. Now, once I have that on there, I go back in and I put little curves in my pencil drawing so that it looks like he's got a little bit of curve going on there. In his hand and in his elbows. And then he's got some roots going on here too, so a little line there. A couple little lines in his arms does the trick. And the other side of his arm is we're gonna like shoot down. So if you follow this without touching the paper, you go, this is where his other arm's gonna start. So I follow this line down to here, and I'm gonna go down and up. I'm gonna follow it again, down and up, and scribble, scribble, scribble. And you know, it's funny, this looks pretty wonky right now, but if you go back in and give your little Groot a little lovin' and fix up the sides of his arms and give it a once over here, then it really starts to vibe him up. And there's nothing wrong with erasing. So if you need to like fix something up, grab an eraser and start fresh. No shame in erasing. Ever. There's no shame in erasing ever. All right. I remember, I forget who it was, but we were drawing on our iPads and doing like those time lapses. And I had a friend mention, she's like, oh, I never realized like you can see the shapes taking place because you keep having to erase and restart and erase and restart. And it's like, yeah, of course you have to erase and restart because especially when you're drawing something new, you don't exactly know how to do it the first time around. So, sometimes it's a lot of trial and error where you got to figure it out and stuff like that. Okay, so this guy's really coming along now. Now, before I'm actually going to get all my shapes on the canvas before I start to shade anything. So I'm going to give him his face now. And honestly, guys, you can give Groot. I always love just round eyes. I think it makes him look so cute. Cute Groot. They can be far apart. They can be close together. You could give him different eyes. They could be a little bit shapelier. I'm going to fix that eye a little bit. I saw some people make some really awesome mercat eyes yesterday. That's what I'm talking about. You definitely don't have to give him the same eyes that I'm giving him right now. But I just think that like little button eyes are the cutest. So okay, so there's where his eyes are going to live. Now his mouth is very simple as well. We just put a line on the top, connect the two lines with a smile, and then he's got a little tongue in there where he's like, yeah, you can do it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for constantly commenting. You guys totally rock. Okay. Now, let's give him some details, okay? Now, before we do that, we are going to color in his eyes, but just notice that in each of his eyes, he has a little empty circle, okay? So we're going to color around the circle in his eyes. We're not going to color the whole thing in. We're going to color in and around this little circle here, so he's got his little highlight going on. And like I said before, he is made of wood. He's a tree, right? So he also has cute little leafies poking out of his head. Little leafy here, little leafy there. Little leaves look like they're very football shaped with little points on them. And from that point, I go in and I start to add some little lines that make it look like he's made of wood. So when I make a line attached to his face down here, I'll pull a line up, and then on each side, I connect each side kind of like it's melting into his face. Okay? And so when I make a line, I attach it on both sides, like there's a little crack there. Like he's cracking up. And I don't like to completely inundate his face with an overabundance of lines. Just one here and there will do the trick. It definitely gives the illusion that he is made of wood. And, you know, I don't like to muck up his face too much with too many lines, but it is nice to have a few in and around so that it gives him that extra style. And he definitely looks different right now, right? Christine, be better to yourself. You don't have to say it looks ugly. Let's be honest. I mean, Groot is cute, but he's not like some fantastically looking being, right? Am I right? He's kind of weird looking. And it just goes to show you can be super awesome and cute and not have to look like the quintessential character to do so. Now, for his face, I like to give him a little, this is kind of where whenever you put little lines under their eyes like this, it just makes it look like he's got some little cheekbones there and maybe like the start of a little nose around his eye here. And then he's got his two little eyebrows that go in either direction here. And from that point, I can take my pencil, and what I do, I'm touching really, really gently, okay? I'm barely even touching my paper. I bring my pencil in little circles. I make tiny little circles to get the party started, and I fill in my space first before I go dark, okay? I always give it a second go. So I start with one coat of pencil, and then I'll go back in when I'm a little bit more confident and start to push a little harder and add a little bit more shade in there. Now you could go really, really dark and color it in super duper hard, but I don't think it's necessary. Another way that you could do that is just wait, and if you decide that you're going to trace your Groot in marker or in pen, in black pen or anything like that, you can just wait till later and color in his eyes with just black, which will look super duper cute too. And I'm going to do the same thing in his mouth here. So I start light, I make little circles. The little circles you make, you know, it lets you stay inside the lines a little better. You don't have to go and make big swooping motions. You just gotta make tiny little motions. And once I have that on there, I do like to add a little bit of shading into places. So with that same touch that I colored in his eyeballs in the first time, I start to just really lightly add little bits of color in and around his face. Excuse me. So when you think about shading, if there was a light shining on him from this direction, wherever the light doesn't hit is where there might be a little bit of shadow. So spots like underneath of his face here might have a little bit of shadow, and you can see I'm just really lightly touching with my pencil. I'm not coloring very hard. And the more I move away from the outside line, the lighter I get. So if you start a little harder on the edge here, as you move out towards his face, I get lighter and lighter and lighter. And it really, you know, it adds a lot of character to him. Yes, Amy, of course you can color him in. I'm expecting to see some colored in creatures here. And that little bit of shading is what I do around all of his little crevices. So even underneath over here, he might want a little shading. Underneath of his face here, you just add tiny little bits of pencil, really, really light, and kind of color in little crevices. Anywhere where there's like a little corner, that's a great spot to put a little bit of shading. All in the little corners. Anywhere where there's like a little V in his body, that's a great way to do it. And also we can add some extra lines for roots here. So if you want to add an extra couple lines in here. Add some more shading in his little hidden areas there. And yeah, even in his arms, you can do the same thing in his arms. Little tiny scribbles. Honestly, you really don't have to push hard at all. Now, we do have the pot down here, so we are going to shade, make it look like there's a little shadow on the pot. So around the bottom, I just make kind of like a semicircle and color this spot in here. Really, really lightly. And it can go to the all the way to the other side of the pot. And that just gives it a nice little dimension. So good. Oh, thanks, Lily. I appreciate that. Okay, and we are also going to shade this side of the pot over here. So guys, when I know it's so funny that everybody goes at a different pace, hey? So anybody who's done already, which is totally normal, make sure you send me a picture of your baby Groot. I want to see them all, okay? Oh, you're welcome, Lindsay and Nashin. Now, last but not least, he is dancing to some music. So I just put a few music notes around him. Now, if you've ever taken music, you would know that these are eighth notes. So any notes, music notes that have one flag on them like this are eighth notes. Same down here. If you see two together like this, because they're flagged together, their flags touch together, also eighth notes. And then you can also make quarter notes, which are just one line down like this. But let's be honest, the ones with the flags on them look the best. So I'm just going to make one more over here. And however you want to do it, guys, you can totally shade these guys in too. If you wanted to give these guys a little color in, that works perfectly as well. All right. So, how did you guys do? How do you guys feel about your baby Groots? Oh, Olivia plays the piano. That's awesome, Olivia. I played the piano for a very long time. I took 10 years of piano lessons, and I got my grade 8 piano certificate. And that was a long time ago. And you know what? I have to say, just like drawing, practicing is really important. And I haven't practiced piano in a long time, so I'm a little rusty, but I really love knowing how to play music. And after a few years, I learned how to play guitar, and then I learned how to play drums. And when you start young with piano, you really get the ability to understand music really well, and you start to be able to put together different songs and notes and instruments. Instruments come a lot easier when you start to learn the first time. So, ooh, what's ocarina? That sounds fancy. Oh, you know how to play guitar? Darcini? That's awesome. I also play guitar. I love playing guitar so much. I love my acoustic guitar. It's a dream of mine to play an amazing electric guitar one day, but I really love my acoustic. Oh, good. You think yours looks good? You feel good, Jen? That's what we're going here for here today, guys. It's just to let loose and feel good and maybe learn something new. I can't wait to see your creatures today, guys. And good. It looks so good. Amazing. Um, Kalina has the drums. All right. Well, you guys are my kind of people, that's for sure. Everybody has something that they really love to do, and I love art and music so much. So I'm really, really, really grateful to share this with you guys today. I hope you had a little bit of fun, and I hope you take this to the next level. So make sure you get in there and make it your own. Put some space creatures or whatever you need to do in there, and make sure you send me a picture, okay? Thanks, guys. Um, just remember, tomorrow I'm going to read you my book. It's called Project Monster's Alphabet Adventure, and we're going to learn how to draw and paint Project Monster tomorrow. So I'm really excited for that one, and I hope you can hang out with me then too. So that's again at 10:30 in the morning. All right? I will see you soon, friends, okay? Have a great day.